Hello everyone, my name is Aarohi and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in my today's video, we are going to build an agentic AI app using Claude Code. And I'll show you how to do it using desktop app and then through terminal and also through VS Code. So we will explore all these three methods. But first, let's start by understanding what Claude Code is. So Claude Code is an agentic AI tool that can build softwares and applications for you. So you just tell it what you want to build, like a website, app, or a dashboard, and it creates it for you. And it runs directly on your computer, so all the files are created and managed locally. So let's see how to use it. So there are three main ways to get started. So the first one is the desktop app. To use it, you need to download and install the Claude Code app based on your operating system. And once you install it, open it, and inside it, you will find three tabs: chat, cowork, and code. Go to the code tab and here enter your prompt and Claude Code will start building project for you. I'll show you in a moment how to create an agentic AI app using the desktop app, but let me first briefly explain you the other two ways also. And the second way to use Claude Code is terminal, and this option is more suitable for users who have technical background, and today we will create one app using terminal also. And the third way is through an IDE. IDE simply means integrated development environment. So, which means, let's suppose if you prefer working in tools like VS Code, so you can use Claude Code over there also. And to use Claude Code, you need a paid subscription. So you can start with the Pro plan, which is good enough if you want to experiment or if you want to build your personal projects. And if you are a student and if you are not ready to pay yet, then I have already made a video on how to use Claude Code for free. You can check that video. But if you can afford it, guys, then I definitely recommend you to try this because it is extremely powerful, and I'm going to show you that in my today's video. Once you have purchased the plan, open the desktop app and then let's start with the first project. So first click on this code tab and now select a folder because every project needs its own folder on your local machine. And this is the place where Claude Code will create, edit, and run your files. So let's create a new folder for our project. So I'll name it Claude Code Demo 1. And inside it, I created another folder with the name of AI Resume and Cover Letter Generator. And guys, today we are going to build an app, AI Resume and Cover Letter Generator app. And this app will customize everything based on the job you are applying for. So after creating this folder, now select it and let's give a prompt to Claude Code now. So I'm giving a prompt, build an AI powered tool where user can enter their personal details, skills, experience, and job description. And this app should generate a tailored resume and a personalized cover letter for that specific job. And then I mentioned that include a clean UI and then highlight missing skills and suggest improvements. But guys, before pressing enter, switch to plan mode. So this will allow Claude to first create a structured plan for how it will build your project, and then we will choose the model. Claude Code offers three main models: Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus. Haiku is fast, but it is lightweight and it is less powerful. Then there is Sonnet. Sonnet provides a good balance between the performance and efficiency. And the third one is Opus, which is the most powerful one. And it is great for building projects from scratch because it can handle complex jobs much better and it make less mistakes. So a good strategy is to start with Opus for the initial build of your project and then switch to Sonnet for further edits and improvements. But for this tutorial, I'm using a Sonnet model. So select it and hit enter. Here, click on Trust Workspace and Claude will start working now. See, it is first exploring the current project directory using one agent, and then it will design the implementation plan according to that. And on the right hand side in preview panel, you can view the output of this agent. It created the context for itself that right now the project directory is empty. That means I will build this project from scratch. And then under requirements, it mentioned that user will enter the personal details and then Claude API will generate the resume and cover letter and then it will suggest improvements. And then there are some other details. So guys, I'm not going to explain you the entire process which Claude Code is doing. So we will see a few important things only. Okay. Now see, it decided that for the backend, it will use fast API Python, and for front end, it will use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And for AI related tasks, it will use Sonnet 4.6 model because this model we have selected. And then it is showing the project structure. So project structure simply means the layout of your project, means what all files you're going to have and where and how everything is arranged. All these files Claude Code will create in some time. So right now it is just planning how it is going to do this work. See, now it is proposing a plan. Before accepting this proposed plan, you can review it and see on the right hand side. There you can see the entire plan, and if you need any change in any section, you can simply give a feedback or write your suggestion to improve it. For example, if I want to modify something over here, I can simply add a comment in that section. So wherever you need any changes, you can directly comment on that part of the plan. See, it planned to create all these different files for our projects. And once you are satisfied, click on this accept and allow edits, and Claude Code will start building your project. And now it is creating all those files in your local machine. It means that now you will have all those files created in your project folder of your local machine. So let it create few files first, and then I'll show you the project folder. See, now the HTML page of our app is visible in the preview panel. Design is not proper because CSS and JavaScript files are still pending to create. And once those get created, your app will look good. And after some time, our app is ready. See, the server is up and running and the app is fully built and server is live at localhost. And here you can see the list of files which Claude Code created with that purpose. And then it is showing how to use this app. So the first step is to add the API key in the .env file. Which API key? API key of Anthropic, because we are using Sonnet LLM, which is a LLM from Anthropic. So you need to have API key of Anthropic to use this model. I'll show you in some time how to do that, but first let's see the project folder. See, this is a project folder and all these files are related to our project. And this is the env file where we need to paste the API key. So to get the API key, open this link and then click on manage, then click on API keys. Here, click on create key to create a new API key and provide a name to it, and click on add. And this is your API key. Save it somewhere and copy this key and now paste it in your .env file and now save that file. This env file is in a project folder. Second step is to start the server. So use this command for that. And third step is to open this link in the browser and then you can use it. And here you can see the features of this project. Guys, I'll show you the demo of this project in some time and there I'll explain you all these features. But now let's go back to the project folder again and see this venv folder. Under this venv folder, Claude created the separate Python environment for us, and then it installed all those packages which are there in the requirements.txt file. See, this is the requirement.txt file in our project folder, and from this file it installed all the required packages. And make sure that you have pasted the Anthropic's API key in your .env file. Now let me show you the code which Claude Code created. So let's open the main.py file. See, this is the code created by Claude Code, and here first it is loading the API key using this line, and then this is the entire code. Now let's run this app. But guys, suppose you didn't understand how to run this app, then you can simply ask Claude Code again how to run this app, and then it will show you the steps. See, the first step is to add the API key, which we already did, and the second step is to start the server. For that, use this command, copy this command from here, and let's go back to VS Code and paste this command and run it. Now our app is working. See, now our app is working. Now open this link in your browser and you will see the resume and cover letter generator app. So add name, email address, then phone number, location, LinkedIn URL, and your professional summary. And after writing all these details, click on next. See, the step one, which is personal information, is complete. And now let's fill the step two, which is experience. Here you will add experience. So fill it and then submit it. Now we are at the step three, which is education. So click on add education and fill this form and then click on next. So next section is skills. You can add skills here. Once you add the skills, click on next. And the last step is to add description. Here you will add description and then you will click on generate documents. Okay, so I have hit the usage limit because I had multiple session runnings in the background while recording this video. So I won't be able to generate the final output right now, but I will share that output in the description section later. Now, the next important thing to understand is what is Claude.md file and why we use it. So right now we don't have this file in our project folder. So open your project folder and see we don't have Claude.md file here, right? But we will create it now. Why? Let's understand that. Just look at your Claude Code screen. Everything about our project is inside this chat. Our plan, our code, error we faced, and the changes we made, everything is here in this chat window, right? So as we keep working, this chat becomes longer and longer, and Claude use this chat as a context, as a memory, but there is a limit to how much it can remember. And once that limit is reached, Claude start compressing the conversation by keeping only the most important details. And because of this, some important details might get lost and the results may not be as good, right? So, one solution is to start a new session. But the problem is when we start a new session, Claude forgets everything from before. So, how do we fix this problem? So, for that, we use Claude.md file. So, let me show you how to create it. But, guys, before that, hover your mouse in front of this model and you can see the context window length and how much we have used. So over here, this means that the context window for each chat is 200k tokens, and I have used 77k tokens out of it for all the tasks like coding, planning, errors, whatever we did. For that, 77k tokens were consumed, and once we hit the limit, Claude will not crash. It will just start dropping the oldest messages from the memory. And that is how it makes room for the new messages. And this plan 46% simply means that I have spent 46% of my monthly budget on API calls. So this is one way of knowing about your context window. And the other way is just type this slash in the chat and then select context from this list and hit enter. See, this slash context is a Claude Code slash command which tells us that we have used 77k tokens out of 200k tokens. Now let's create Claude.md file. So just type slash and then init in the chat and press enter. Now Claude will automatically scan our project folder and it will create a Claude.md file. And this file will store all the important details about your project like features, structures, required tools, and other important information. Everything it will scan itself and it will put all that detail in this Claude.md file. Now open your project folder and here you will see the Claude.md file. Now let's open this Claude.md file and here you can see that all the project details are saved. This file acts as a permanent memory for our project. So now when we start a new session, select the same project folder and this time Claude will read this file and it will understand our project automatically. So we don't need to explain everything again. We can just continue from where we left off. So that's why this Claude.md file is so useful because Claude.md file act like a memory file that help Claude to remember about our project even in a new session. So this is how you can create apps using Claude Code desktop app. Now let's see how to use Claude Code from terminal. So for that we need to install Claude Code for terminal separately and Claude Code requires Node.js. So open your terminal and check node version. You can run this command node space hyphen hyphen version and this version should be greater than 18. And if it is greater than 18, then you can install Claude Code. So run this command to install Claude Code. So I have mentioned all these commands in the description section. So write this command and then hit enter. Now the next step is to enter the project folder. So guys, we will enter the same project folder which we created just now using the desktop app, the resume and the cover letter generator app. So use the cd command, cd, and then here mention the path of the folder. So now we are inside the project folder. Here you will start the Claude Code. And to start the Claude Code means to run the Claude Code, you will write Claude command and hit enter. So this will open Claude Code in your terminal. See here, the model is Sonnet, and right now we are not logged in. So that means we need to log in first. So for that, type slash login command and then hit enter, and then select this sign in with your Anthropic account, and after that select login method, and you can select the first option, which is this Claude account with subscription, and it will take you to the browser, and here click on authorize, and after that close this window and go back to your terminal. And now you can see that you are logged in successfully. Here write whatever you want to do in this project. So I typed a prompt, add a dark mode toggle to the app, and hit enter. See, it is reading the app.js file to understand the JavaScript structure, and then it is asking my permission to edit this index.html file. So I selected yes, and then it started working. And you will note that it is adding few lines of code, and then it is removing few lines of code, and after some time the implementation is complete. Now toggle button will be there on the app. We will click it to switch between the light mode and dark mode. So let's run this app and see this output. So instead of just manually typing the command, I am just giving a prompt to it that run this app, and see the server is up and running. Now let's open this URL to view the change which we did. See the top right corner of the header. Here is a switch. Click on it and you will see that we are switching between the dark mode and the light mode. So guys, this is how you can use Claude Code from the terminal. So what we did, see, we created this app, this resume generator app using desktop app, and then we did some modifications in it using Claude Code through terminal. Now let me show you the third way, which is how to use Claude Code through IDE, and we will use VS Code today. I'll show you how to use Claude Code through VS Code. So open VS Code, and then the first step is to install the Claude Code extension. And for that, click on the extensions and search for Claude Code. And now click on install, and after some time this extension will be installed. Now second step is to open your project folder in VS Code. So we will work in the same project. So let's open that project folder. So go to the file and then open folder, and then browse to the location where your resume and cover letter agent folder is. And once you select the folder, third step is to open the Claude Code panel. For that, see on the left side bar, scroll down and you will find the Claude Code over here. So click on it, and guys, here you will see the sessions, the previous sessions. So by selecting these sessions, you can pick the work from where you left. So for example, click on this session and you will note that this session have the work which we did through terminal. See, this is what we did through terminal, right? We added the toggle button for modes. So now we can start the next task from here only. So this time I gave this prompt, multiple color themes for the generated resume. Means I want the different themes for different resume, modern, classic, and minimal. Okay, and hit enter. And now you will note that it started the task, and after some time task is completed. Now I ask it to run the project so that we can see the changes and see the project is up and running. And guys, here note one thing, that the theme selector will appear above the resume preview once we generate the document. Means you cannot see this change in the beginning. You will see it once you fill the detail in each and every form which is there in our app. So now I'm not filling that form again. So the purpose of this video is to show you how Claude Code work through desktop app, terminal, and VS Code. And that part we have covered already. So that's it for today. I hope this video is helpful. And guys, if you like my content, please like and share the videos, subscribe to channel. Thank you for watching.